announcement to make. Jimmy Kamichi will be playing the part of Charles this evening. Enjoy the show.
Well, tonight we have the 85 models, two very real people, Charles and Lydia. Naturally, should you run into Charles or Lydia, say, in the Hamptons, at the Plaza, or hanging around the Helmsley Palace, you may not perceive them as being very real. But, oh, my friends, if you could only see through those plastic veneers, beneath the cool exterior of Soho chic and Wall Street know-how, if you could only see the writhing, seething plethora of smoldering emotions. And that is precisely what we intend to show you in this evening's entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, a day in the life of Charles and Lydia. Their wedding day, in fact. And we open quite naturally in the lobby of the Waldorf Hotel. Charles!
Lydia, darling, I said, understanding my point exquisitely, as is one's wont here at the Waldorf, I love you. I need you. I want you to marry me. That is what I said, knowing full well that Lydia, being somewhat of a minimalist herself when it came to private faces and public places, would understand precisely what I meant. On the island, and really it was just two on champagne, on cocaine, on poppers and spush. I spent lots of time, but I didn't do much. It was simply a way to stay far out of touch and keep me from thinking of you. I just spent a week on the island where everyone played their own role. Now, Big John was macho but terribly dishy, and Mary pretentious and British and prissy. So Mark gave them airs mixed with Southampton pithy. What else is a poor queen to do? If you spend a week on the island, you'll see it's got all out of hand. They all talk of money, of diamonds, of art, of tricks of the trade. They are all very smart. Then a hustler appears and they all lose their heart. How much can a poor queen stand between you and me? It was grand.
Your wild, wild ways. I wonder, dear heart, are you really ready to settle into a little love nest for two? Avec moi?
Wasting no words, she went right on to emote.
First you catch me with my guard down, and you whet my appetite. You tell me that the girl you met to dinner with last night. You tell me that your boyfriend, and you really put me through. You gotta hold out a woman, but you don't know what to do. You say you've been out drinking, and tonight you're just plain tired. And last week it was amphetamine. 5 nights you were wired. Yes, I think I got the message.
I stumbled into the bar where I was accosted by a cocktail waitress.
You buying or crying, hon?
Too stunned to be affected by her somewhat uncharacteristic familiarity, I managed to reply according to the blue book. I'll have a Perrier with a twist of lime, easy on the twist.
Easy on the twist? Oh, yeah, I heard that one before. You know, you can tell a lot about a person by what he drinks and how he drinks it, especially when you spend 6 nights a week in a dump like this. You get to notice things. And this cocktail waitress notices a lot of things that are not always immediately visible to the naked eye. I came down from Lima. Do you know what that means? Leaves you long on the trail, leaves you short on the beat, leaves you waiting on tables, leaves you waiting till dawn, leaves you waiting and wondering wherever went so wrong. I do.
Did I detect a note of doubt in Lydia's eye, do? As soon as the ceremony was over, I looked directly into Lydia's eyes. Love? I queried.
Love, I responded, knowing we each knew perfectly well what the other was thinking. It sent Zelda to the nut house. It sent Scott into the drink. It sent Caesar, Cleopatra, and caused Ilium to sing. Ooh.
It's an Bosie, Oscar Wilde. It's an Alex, Gertie Stein. It's an young Rimbaud to Paris to send Overlane to wine. Philosophy, a pessimist, I still have this worth a try. Make no mistake, I suspect the price you pay is high. It's in Scarlet through a fire.
It's an iceberg to a cell.
It's in Sappho to an island.
And Dante straight to hell.
Now it's not me, a pessimist. I still love is worth a try. Make no mistake, I suspect the price you pay is high. The price you pay is high. The price you pay is high. A waitress, waitress. 2 Perriers, please.
Easy on the twist. I'll have an Evian, thank you.
Yes, make that 2 Evians, please, and hold the twist.
Uh-oh. Hold the twist. It was not going well. But I was determined to make the best of it. I would not take this sitting down. It didn't suit my upwardly mobile personality. Besides, I adore Charles, and he adores me. Doesn't that count? We have a wonderful time together, except for today, apparently. And I'm marvelous at all his office parties, and he's the hit at all my soirees. And that, according to the Blue Book, is going to be particularly important if you want to get ahead and keep it this year. I decided to give it another bash. I decided to give it one last shot. I decided to give it an hour. In the bar and grill, it was all very cafe society. I thought a little change of atmosphere just might help. I glanced demurely toward the door and whispered, "Charles, shall we?"
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Cafe Salon Bar and Grill is proud to present for your listening pleasure, just back from her successful tour to the outer edge of the cortical vortex, a little lady who simply screams off the cuff, the original Miss Thing.
and welcome to the Waldorf in your mind. Tonight, I'm going to sing a song about change. Everything's always changing anyway. I'm in the mood for a change. A new start, a fresh leaf. Well, I mean, everything's always changing anyways, right? So, why not drink to it? Here's to Heraclides. Look at it this way. Look at yourselves now, and then look at yourselves 10 years ago, and ask yourselves, more pills or less pills? I mean, bills. More bills or less bills? Maybe it's time to change the bills. It's definitely time to change the pills. Or milligrams. John, rescue me. I've been walking and walking and walking and walking and walking and walking these streets for so goddamn long. Well, my rhinestones stockings are wearing out. So I'm changing my image, and I'm changing my time, and I'm taking off my stockings, 'cause I'm changing in my mind. There ain't no pot of gold. Oh, and I left that rainbow far behind. And I think you must be laughing at me. But I think if you look, you'll find that the rainbow's all illusion. And it sure don't pay your rent. And that pot of gold's a paradise, but it sure ain't heaven sent. And it's not so good for my image. And it sure don't help my time. So I'm taking off my stockings, 'cause I'm changing in my mind. So I'm taking off my stockings, and I'm changing in my mind.
It was all becoming very Alice in Wonderland. Lydia's dead.
Bye.
It was then, at that very moment, that the bellhop sidled up alongside of me. And grimaced.
Things ain't always what they seem to be, Alice.
Alice, this was becoming a fairy tale. How charming.
You're the devil, say you're the black
write why. Because, I replied without a moment's hesitation, I want a touch of class. Class? Is that so unusual? A touch of elegance, a pinch of panache. But most of all because I'm a slave to the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, GQ magazine, and Cuisine Arts, and media madness has got me in its clutches. That's why. I got tired of tacky tenements with cracks in all my walls, decor from the latest trash still littering up the hall. I want something else this time, and it's going to cost my ass. I'm moving on.
He's moving on.
I'm moving on.
He's moving on.
On to the middle class.
On the middle class.
Punk, new wave, and rock and roll, I've heard it all before. People strung out on some pipe still hanging around my door. I'm throwing stones at all the knowns, and I want a house of glass. I'm moving on.
He's moving on.
I am moving on.
He's moving on.
On to the middle class.
On the middle class.
I want the sweet suburban life. I want the house, but not the wife. I want the booze, I want the stash, and I want to move on to the middle. Middle class. I want a long, sleek, shiny car. I'm driven cheaply cracked. I'm building, buying, moving, trying credit lines of cash. My head is towed and my lawn is mowed and I'm ready for the crash. That's why I'm moving on.
He's moving on.
Right up there.
He's moving on.
Right on to the middle class. On to the
Middle class.
the cash class.
Middle class.
The cash class.
Middle class.
The trash class.
Middle class.
Fancy, trashy, flashy. Oh, I think I'm splitting.
The Waldorf. The camp of it all. Really, this was too much. This wasn't at all what I had in mind. Or was it? It makes a woman wonder. Were the attitudes and the platitudes of the Waldorf really worth scaling? Because when you come right down to it, I'm really not asking for all that much. Not really. Sitting here wanting and to work it out, a little piece of my life. Make it right tonight. Make it turn out right tonight. I'm not asking much, just an open line, a connection, a contact, a way to get through to you. Make it right. Make it turn out right tonight. Make it turn out right tonight. I'm not asking you turn out right tonight.
That marriage is on the rocks.
Please. This is Darlings of the Mingle set. They've been living together for years.
I bet he's sweating gallinule.
Or she palimony.
And neither one of them could afford their own co-op.
And they were both too frightened to live alone. And then there was the peer pressure. I mean, he was getting on to God knows how many years old.
And she wasn't too far behind.
But they were made for each other. I mean, she needs a chaperone and he needs a front.
For the parties, hey! And the soirees, hey!
And darling, they have fabulous credit together.
But what about love and happiness?
Love and happiness.
Here at the Waldorf?
Preposterous.
On that note, I think I'll wind up my set. As the bar lights come up, revealing glassy eyes and over-applied makeup, my thoughts turn to literature.
Literature.
Literature?
Eyes up, up, up! Is this not the Waldorf? Maybe not. I call this next tune my Dorothy Parker special, and I dedicate it to Ronnie and Nancy upstairs on the 28th floor. The entertainers, and to the newlyweds in the corner. The party's over, it's finished and done. It's time to sing out the blues. It may be finished, but I'm not done. So listen while I sing those big
wedding at the Waldorf. Here I stand at the moment of truth, riddled with doubt and innuendo. What went wrong? It must have been something I said. Although I went to great pains to stay thoroughly, fashionably understated throughout.
I can just hear him over there, over-intellectualizing. Take my word for it, girls. Beware of men in tuxedos. They are hell on the ego, and they do nothing for one's complexities. And they're a growing breed. I was at my wit's end.
Lydia, darling, I said throwing all discretion to the wind. What about our needs? What about our drive?
Well, you'll need to drive your car, and I certainly intend to drive my own.
Oh, I see. Well, Lydia, what about children?
We won't need children. We'll have employees.
But Lydia, we won't be free.
We don't have to be free. We'll be privileged. Consider the interest on a joint account. Consider the tax shelters. Consider us, arm in arm, scaling the heights of corporate America.
Making our mark.
Yes, inching and nudging our way to the top.
We always do have such a nice time together.
And we'll have a wonderful life together. What do you say, Charles? Up?
Yup.
Yup.
And so in our saga of smoldering emotions here at the Waldorf, a day in the life of Charles and Lydia.